Okay, let's talk about one of the trickiest parts of English grammar, the present perfect tense, right? If you've ever found yourself totally confused by it, trust me, you are not alone. It's a tough one for almost everyone. And honestly, the confusion kind of starts with the name, doesn't it? The question that trips everyone up is, why is a present tense used to talk about the past? It feels like it makes no sense. But stick with me, because by the end of this, it's all going to click. So here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll tackle the confusion head on. Then I'll introduce you to this key idea I call the past-present bridge. After that, we'll look at its two main uses, how to actually build it, and finally, the common traps you need to avoid. Let's dive in. All right, first things first. It's not you, it's the grammar. Seriously. The reason this tense is so tricky is because it's not just about the past. It's about past actions that have this really strong, important connection to right now. That's the secret sauce. It's not about what happened, it's about why it matters now. And that leads us straight to the single most important idea you need to understand. I want you to forget all the complicated rules for just a second. If you can get this one concept, I promise, everything else is going to fall into place so much easier. So here it is. The present perfect tense is all about one thing, creating a link, a connection between the past and the present. A lot of the time, we care way more about the results of something that happened, not the action itself. So I want you to think of it as the bridge tense. That's it. It's a bridge that connects something that happened back then to this very moment. If you can just hold that image of a bridge in your mind, you've honestly won half the battle. Okay, so this whole bridge idea sounds good, but how does it actually work when we're, talking? Well, it pretty much works in two main ways. All right, check this out. On one hand, we use it for unfinished actions. These are things that started in the past but are still going on. Think about it. She has lived in London for 3 years. That means she started living there 3 years ago, and she still lives there now. The action literally stretches across the bridge to the present. Then, on the other hand, you have finished actions, but, and this is the key part, they have a result now. I have lost my keys. The losing part is over. It happened in the past. But the result? The result is I'm standing outside my door right now, and I can't get in. See? In both cases, there's a powerful connection to the present. And you'll see this bridge idea pop up in a few really common situations, like for life experiences. When you say, I have been to Tokyo, you're not saying when. The point is that experience is part of you now. It's on your life's resume, so to speak. Or how about actions in an unfinished time period? If you say she has drunk 3 cups of coffee today, that works because today isn't over yet. The time period itself is still connected to the present. And of course, for recent news. The mayor has announced a new plan. The announcement is done, but the news is relevant right now. Okay, so we've spent a lot of time on the why. Now let's get to the how. And here's the good news. Building this tense is actually the easy part. It's just a super simple formula. It's a simple 3-step recipe. First, you start with your subject. I, you, she, whatever. Step 2, you add have or has. Remember, it's has for he, she, and it. And finally, step 3, you add the past participle of your verb. Words like seen, played, done. That's it. And this little formula is super flexible. For a regular positive statement, she has visited. Easy. Want to make it negative? Just pop in not, or usually we just say hasn't. She hasn't visited. And if you need to ask a question, just flip the first 2 words. Has she visited? See? Same ingredients, just mixed up a little differently. Okay, we're in the home stretch now. And this next part is maybe the most important. We're going to talk about the common traps. Seriously, getting a handle on these is what takes you from being confused to being confident. And there are 2 big ones we really need to look at. And here it is, trap number 1. This is, hands down, the biggest mistake people make. It's figuring out the difference between I have seen that movie and I saw that movie. They sound so close, right? But they play by completely different rules. So here's the absolute key. The simple past is for actions that are over and done in a finished time period. If you say when it happened, like last night or yesterday or in 2010, you have to use the simple past. I saw that movie last night, done. But the present perfect, our bridge tense, is for an unspecified time. I have seen that movie. When? Who knows? It doesn't matter. So here's the golden rule. Do not use the present perfect with specific time words like yesterday. They just don't mix. Okay, the second big trap is mixing up for and since, but this one is actually super simple once you see it. Use for when you're talking about a period of time, a duration, for 2 years, for 10 minutes. But use since when you're talking about a specific point in time, a starting point. Since 2022, since 9 a.m. Just think, for is for how long, and since is for when did it start. And that's pretty much the whole story. So the big takeaway? The present perfect isn't really a past tense. It's the bridge tense. It connects the past to right now, either because something is still happening or because the result of a past action is affecting us in this very moment. And to really make this stick, I want to leave you with a little exercise. Just look around you right now. What has happened in the last hour? Seriously, think about it. Maybe the mail has arrived. Maybe your coffee has gotten cold. And hey, you have learned about the present perfect. See, you're already doing it. Thanks for tuning in.